Okay. Hello and welcome to the Bentley A&A Cricket Show. You've got Adam Mickelson and myself, Adam Kane. How are you, Adam?
Good. It's good to be here.
Yes, and we've just completed round 4 for the 2009-2010 season, and a bit of a mixed bag for the club. A couple of wins, a couple of losses. I guess most notably the really disappointing loss for the first 11 against Elwood at Elwood's ground. We played. It was a bit of, a game of ebbs and flows. We were 3 for 40, and then we were 3 for 110, and then we were 6 for 120, 7 for 140, and then we were able to scrape through to make 198. And then the following week we had them 5 for 47, and at the end of the game they were 5 for 200, and they passed us with about 2 overs to go. Highlights: David Fulco made 49, Brad Dolman made 37, and no real highlights with the bowling either. So just an unfortunate result, Adam.
Oh, look, it definitely was. But look, we're 2-2. We started again this week. I think there were a lot of positives to come out of last week's game. But when you got a team 5 for 40 and you can't capitalise and get the points, it's really disappointing. We threw everything at them. We tried everything. We gave guys a bowl that wouldn't normally bowl. That's the stage you got to. But look, to the credit to Elwood, the guys batted well. They didn't give any chances till probably the last couple of overs of the day when the game was pretty much gone anyway. So that happens. 150 run partnerships, obviously. You can't allow those sort of partnerships to occur, but unfortunately it did, and we're sitting 2-2, and we're back in the pack.
Yeah, I think it was a really large prize for the team that won that game, because I think we're about 8th or 9th now on 2-2. Had we won, we would have been in the 4th. So, yeah, very crucial result that unfortunately didn't go our way. Moving on to Woolno Shield. A&A had a great win, playing against Aspendale Edithvale, who are undefeated at Woolno as of round 4, and we rolled them for 160 with, a real good story coming out of it was Darcy McCaffrey coming up on the Saturday morning from the 3rds to the 2nds and repaid the faith by bowling 16 overs and taking 5 for 61, which is a great result. 17 years old Darcy, so a good long future ahead, and just one of those, those days that your career steps up. In response, A&A passed them 5 wickets down, with the old wily Cedric Chance opening the batting and making 52. And
it was always going to happen. It was always on the cards. Cedric was always going to get a score, and he must have loved it. Cedric, it's good. It's good that he had got a good 50. So
yeah, and I guess showing the younger guys, what it takes outside of just natural ability to get over the line. Another good result was the return to form of Joel Gavett, who made 56 not out to get us over the line. So Joel's been doing everything right at training, and just needed a score on the board, and now it's got, which is great.
Joel's not far away. Obviously, a couple more hits and some scores will build his confidence. So it's good that he's getting a score in round 4.
Excellent. Moving on to the 3rds. Another good win for our boys. A&A dismissing Hampton Central for 170, with Bob Dolman taking 4 for 47, and Al Richardson 2 for 8, Rob Orford 2 for 33, and we passed them 7 wickets down, with Peter Bishop top scoring with 48, and Sammy Wolf getting us over the line with 46 not out, along with, I think, Michael Withanichi, or I think that's how it's pronounced. I think they made about 40 runs in that 8th wicket partnership to get us home. So another good result for the boys, and I think A&A's 3rds are 3-1. I think it may be.
They lost the one, so
yeah, that's right. So that's good. Good result. E grade. Unfortunately, our 4ths are having a terrible season. We're 0-4 and chasing 195. We were all out for 88, with Frank Lacano top scoring with 51. That was pretty bad. The week before, we bowled well to get them all out for 195. The 4ths had the luxury of Bryce Chance being unavailable for week 2, so they scored him, and he took 4 for 41, while Ben Biggs took 4 for 30 as well. Not good for the 4ths. Moving on to the 5ths. A&A 8 for 151, fell short, chasing West Bentley's 8 for 187. Mick Whelan was the highlight there, scoring 56 out of the 151, but unfortunately we were too short. So I think those extra 2 players, I think someone had gastro and someone just, of course, and Brycey was never going to play week 2, so that was unfortunate. Having said that, he did better in the first week, so yeah, just unfortunate when a couple of blokes don't show up. So unfortunate. And moving on to the 6. Speaking of unfortunate, we had to pull the side short due to several unavailabilities. But in the one-day grade, we had a good result. It was a team of very good cricketers, mind you, with Luke Forrest, Adam Stone, Chris Fulco. Clune made 195, batting first after 34 overs, with Luke Forrest taking 2 for 14, and Nick Kane throwing in his wily off spinners, taking 2 for 51. Look, it was going at 6 runs an over, a run a ball, but A&A were looking good. Then Luke Forrest retired on 50, and then the last wicket, the 9th wicket, fell at 9 for 159. And we still needed 37 runs to win. Adam Stone was still in there, batting at 9, and Luke Forrest joined him, and they took the score to 197 with 8 balls to spare. Stoney on 14 not out, and Luke Forrest, the highlight, 77 not out. So great result for Luke. Good to just keep him involved, and hopefully, I believe he's going to be back available playing 2-day cricket. I think just before Christmas. Yeah, that's right. So that was that. Just quickly going through the juniors. The under-16s had a bye. The under-17s in the Friday night competition, they lost quite convincingly to the Glen Waverley Cougars. A lesson for all 17-year-olds from Cougars. Bentley A&A, Ben Tiddy scored 37, Brodie Lawford 28, and no highlights in the bowling. Under 14 is a great result. Amiga rolled for 135, bad luck, and Michael Hargood taking 6 for 15, which is a great result in under 14 when you can only bowl 8 overs. So well done, Michael. And chasing that, 5 for 155. We passed him, I think, with about 2 overs to spare, with Jack Irving retiring on 50, and Alexander Simmons making 34 not out. And finally, in the under 12s. A&A were all out for 77, falling short against Mackie, who made 154. They passed us, I think, with about 10 overs to spare. Sham Srinivas taking 3 for 3, Benji Gore 2 for 15, and I think it's Alex Kaplan taking 2 for 34. So, they're the highlights for Bentley A&A. Not the greatest rounds for the boys, but there were a few wins there, which I guess put the Saturday night match reports in a good mood.
If we take a glimpse at probably the first 3 grades, we're 2 and 2, the 2s are 2 and 2 now, and the 3s are 3 and 1. So we're competitively placed on the ladders. So it's a pretty good solid start to the top 3 grades. Yeah, look, the season's far from over. Obviously, I mean we're only at round 5 coming up. So if we can get to a position where we're 3 and 2 in those grades at the very least, then there's still a lot of excitement ahead.